Welcome to Gray Overload. I'm Anthony, and I purchased the Samsung S95B OLED TV back in about July. So I've been using this to play on the Xbox quite a bit, movies, etc., for a long time. And I have to say, this TV is quite impressive. I'm very pleased with the TV. Glad I bought it and upgraded my old LG LED 49-inch TV. Few issues I do have with it overall, though it's been a great TV. And so you'll see with the remote here, um, hopefully that comes into focus real quick, and maybe not. Maybe I'll have to go to a different screen. But it's here we turn on the side. There you go. So you can see there with the remote, you have all your buttons there. It's not really great to navigate everything. I feel like they could do a much better job. You do have a solar panel though, and it's USB-C charging, so it's nice to go through and charge stuff. But if you're going through and you just want to, hit the home button and navigate on this TV, um, you'll see that there's a lot to be desired here. Granted, you can go to media, right? It takes you to this game tab. Granted, it takes you there because it's detected that you have an Xbox, you're playing Xbox, so it's taking you there. But you can see here's your most recent stuff, right? And you're like, okay, I really want to, okay, now I can go through what is it doing and go to my connected devices. So, there's just stuff like this that really doesn't make sense. And so this is kind of how you have to navigate it. This just needed to be much better, right? I, I like that it'll switch inputs on you. Like if I have the Roku or whatever else, it'll switch that input. But a lot of times it is, if you already have so it's like here, you got game mode on, it automatically enables game mode, great, right? But it's just like, oh my gosh, Samsung, just make it so you can switch inputs easily. It's nice when, you start up a device like the Roku or the Xbox, it switches to it. Live TV, though, you have to do it manually, and sometimes I have to do live TV. Um, and then other times you'll notice there's just a not to click on numbers or anything else. You have to do a lot of moving, which probably a lot of people are moving away from that. But it's just not as smooth as what I think it needs to be, just laid out wise. Because if like sometimes I'll have live TV and then I'll switch to Xbox. Well, then that's a whole jumping through the hoops to switch this all the time, and that's one thing I don't like. But overall, the remote works well. It'll even navigate on the Roku, which is actually great. Very impressed with the way that is. One other thing I had with this TV, it's easy to set up and everything else, but there's a slight curve to the if you look along the back pane of the TV, you won't see it here, but there's a slight curve to it, and I think that just comes down to maybe it's not as rigid as it needs to be with the backing material. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now this is QD OLED, so the reason why I went with this is basically a coin toss between the LG, and I wanted the Evo panel there, which is a WOLED panel type, and this is a QD OLED. So if you want more specs on that, there's some other people that have done some great in-depth stuff. But this is what I went with because it just, it's very impressive. I took a gamble on which one would be, and I'm guessing I would be, say that each of them are impressive. But I was glad that I purchased this. Now, I got it in July. It was about $500 off MSRP, and now you're about $1,000 off. So there's probably going to be another new one coming out soon, which will be there. But let's start up Halo Master Chief so you can kind of um, see a little bit here. And I apologize for some of the stuff behind. I'm trying to get some heating and cooling and duct work done, and well, you're seeing some of my insulation because I have the wall open, but hopefully it'll go soon. But let me just start it up and you can just kind of see. So this is, some of the light. Hopefully the camera's picking it up because it is quite incredible. Even my wife saying she's been, and me and the kids have been watching some movies, and she was like, the image quality here is just amazing. Let me let's see. Let's see. Let's just resume where I'm at. I'm going through the Halo series again, and it's just kind of really cool just on all the colors just here of what you have, and it's just smooth, just playing all the time. I'm very impressed with how all that is. And you have that, right? And it is quite incredible what they were able to do with this TV, right? You have this quantum dots, and it's just response is super nice. And I have to say, I'm very glad that I purchased this TV. Overall, right? There's an LG one that you could have done well as well, but this, just the quality of how the colors pop and how the lights, the HDR is impressive. And I've watched a lot of movies, I've watched a lot of different material, and I was just like, okay, this was worth it. And the one downside is it doesn't have Dolby Vision, right? It doesn't have anything like that you're able to really, say, yeah, it has all the features, but it has enough of them. And I haven't hooked up my computer yet to do it. Maybe I should, right? I'm a little. I really kind of don't want to, because I know as soon as I do, I'm gonna want something like this on my desk for my main display. And at least here coming over and saying, hey, it's on the Xbox, it's movies, it's on the sofa. I can't be tempted by my desk that's too small, right? And or to try to go out and buy another OLED, where this is just incredible. But I wanted to start. What I was trying to accomplish was I wanted to start watching, a lot of the new HDR and new movies and everything else in the intent of what kind of the quality really should be. And this was, I love to have good sound too. I have just a basic 5.1 system. It's been a while since it's been upgraded, but well, it's never been upgraded. But the TV, the visual quality is just amazing, and I was very glad that I made the purchase. I think the kids enjoy it too, right? They have an amazing thing to sit down here and watch a movie. But it's one of those things where, let's say you're looking for a TV or anything else, you're going to be even buy this S95B model as the new models come in, and maybe get it for a better price. I wouldn't have no issues buying this TV now and saying, hey, for the next year, I know that they might come up with something better, but it's quite amazing overall. You have that thin bezel, just I mean, right now you're getting the image. I got my lights on, so I can kind of record pretty good. And then well, I got a ton of snow here, so the sun's actually shining today. First time in 15 days, it's the sun's shining here, so we're kind of glad. But all that sun's reflecting off into the window that's right next to it, so you're getting all this light, and it still looks amazing, right? And that's kind of something that I wanted to have when I was looking for a TV. And so it came down between this one and the LG. I'd love to be able to test out the LG. I know at some point I need to get my parents a new TV, and maybe the LG will be the one I get for that. But this remote is one downside. The little slight bend in the TV on the backing is another downside, but maybe they've corrected that in manufacturing in the last 5 months of making this TV, making it a little bit more rigid. But overall, this is a great TV. If you're looking something to game on, watch movies on, be immersed, right? It has the FreeSync, has 120 refresh rate. It's they upgrade firmwares too. It's pretty quick. I don't notice it. The TV is in that kind of always on mode, so it does a really good job. But yeah, if you have any questions about this TV or anything that you want me to kind of take a look at, you can kind of see the base at the bottom. The base looks really nice. You could wall mount it too, but that's there's some more work there that I have to get done before I can actually put a wall mount on this wall. But it's quite impressive overall, and I'm glad I bought this Samsung S95B OLED. I think that's where I know that there's been a lot of talk about micro LEDs, which I like to be able to have one and compare it. But overall, this TV, if they can keep ironing out the technology, get it down to monitors. I know they already have it in some laptops, and there's some monitors already out. I know you got the Alienware QD OLED, ultra wide. I think we could have some really great immersive experiences, and that, that's what I wanted, is that to have an immersive experience, and you can kind of see as you go through. It's just, it has some great. I mean, the colors are just amazing. A major difference between these colors and the LED, my LG TV colors. That's was well, quite a while ago. So with that, let me know if you have any questions. I'm willing to answer anything that you got. Leave them in the comments below, message me, whatever, and I'll be sure to get back to you, because this is one of those things where if you want to enjoy and have some immersion, definitely take a look at it. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for taking the time to help support Gray Overload and help this channel grow. I really appreciate it. Until next time, God bless, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.